Okay, what we're going to do is talk again about the concept of a balance sheet as a little bit of a review, and then we want to start moving into better analysis of the balance sheet. So remember, as we talked before, a balance sheet is as of a particular date because the balance sheet represents the start of the business, right? All the way through whatever today is, and that is usually how a balance sheet is disclosed. Balance sheet has a blank date. Now remember, a balance sheet has an organization of assets equal liabilities, and I should say equals there, of liabilities plus equity. And so when we have our balance sheet equation, that's how it works. Now in terms of what's underneath this area, there are two categories. The categories are current assets or non-current assets, which represent long-term assets. What about liabilities? Same kind of concept. Liabilities are either current liabilities or they are non-current liabilities. And so same concept applies. In fact, when we do analysis, really we want to check, do these current assets make sense from what we currently owe? Do the non-current assets we have make sense to what we owe non-currently? So those things need to line up. Equity is, again, the concept of retained earnings. And so I'm going to go ahead and abbreviate that, or actually what I should do here is give it a little bit more value there, retained earnings, because this is a good one. And then the other is investor or contributed capital. So investor or contributed capital. Now, whenever we're looking at our business and trying to analyze what we have here, these are important to know, these numbers. So for example, if our assets are $80,000 worth of assets, and our liabilities, let's say, are $40,000, then we automatically know the answer, equity, must be $40,000 because this again has to balance. Now, so if you look at a business, what you want is you want assets to go up. That's kind of a good thing. That means we're growing our assets of our business. Now, how do you get that done? Well, you can actually get that done by borrowing the money. So you can have liabilities that get you there, and that would balance. Now, is that a good area? No, that's really not quite the goal. Now, what about equity? Well, equity, if you increase equity, then that would be one way to grow the assets. So if we can increase equity by, let's say, $10,000, then that is going to make assets go up by $10,000, and that would appear to be good. However, remember, equity's got two ways. So equity's one, retained earnings. That's actually the one that we really want. We want our business to grow, and that means we make money, because remember, that's from profit, net income. So if our retained earnings grows, that will make our assets grow. Now you can also make equity grow by getting more investor capital or contributed capital, as we said earlier. Those words are kind of interchangeable. So you can grow the business with that way, but that's not necessarily the goal, really. So what do we want to do in our balance sheet is we want to see it grow over time. And as it grows, it's going to be a function of retained earnings in our business.